In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to change a line's orientation by using the Puppet Warp tool in Photoshop CS6. As you can see in this drawing, there is a slight misalignment on this hieroglyph, and this upper portion, according to the collation, needs to be changed a little bit to line up with the lower portion. So I'm going to zoom in quite a bit to carry out this change, and first of all I'm going to select the area which has to be modified. So I'm going to use the lasso tool and select the area around the parts of the line drawing which should be modified. And you have to be sure, of course, once again, that you're working on the right layers. I'm going to go to the line drawing layer, and I'm going to use a command which is called Puppet Warp, and it's to be found under Edit. It's called Puppet Warp, and as you can see, Puppet Warp adds a mesh zigzag line over the line drawing, and you can attach little pins to any of these mesh lines and nail them to the background, so the rest of the line can be pulled and moved freely by using handles. So I'm going to show you how to change this line using Puppet Warp. First of all, I'm going to nail down those endpoints of my selection where I want the line to stay in its original place. So obviously I'm going to put these two dots in here. This is nailed down, and all you have to do now is touch the line with your pen and start moving it. As you can see, you can move it quite a bit. You can actually move it around, and it becomes like a rubber band. So you can actually move it quite freely around. If you want to move it towards this direction, you can either move it in one continuous movement and align it with your collation drawing, or you can also make the movement in more than one stages just by moving it first a little bit so this upper section aligns properly, and when it starts to separate from your lower section, just put down another pin and then go back to the edge and start moving it again. You can see that this area which was pinned down is not moving at all, so this is very good for stage movement. So once you reached your desired shape, you can go and start moving the other one. You can move it a little bit so the upper section aligns quite properly, and then nail it down and move it again just a little bit, and then here you go, you got your line. You can still change here and there just a little section so it's actually perfectly aligned, and when you're happy with your movement, all you have to do is hit any other button and then say apply. As you can see, this is quite perfect here. So I'm just deselecting my area and go back to the brush tool and just brush over the areas where the lines were moved, so just to make this sections disappear. And now I have a perfectly aligned drawing thanks to the Puppet Warp tool. If I zoom out a little bit, you can see how nicely the upper and lower sections align.